What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Making Podcasts Great Again. I am your tech stuff guy, Jay Nog, and we are here, of course, with the President of the United States of Mar-A-Lago of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, how are you this evening?
Well, hello, new tech stuff. And as you can probably see, we are for the second week in a row, thanks to Adele. We are not on a computer. I will no longer be buying Adele's records. I will be listening to the music of Apple and HPV from now on.
I don't know if HPV is electronics. I think it's a disease, but it's all right. It doesn't matter. Mr. President, some breaking. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know that. Well, I know you're not a doctor. Okay, and I can tell you right now that I'll talk to Joe Rogan if I want to get medical advice. Okay, I won't talk to a tech stuff guy.
Do you mean Dr. Rogan? You would speak to
Rogaine?
Dr. Rogaine?
Rogaine's for you. I don't need Rogaine because I got great, powerful hair.
You have a mane of hair, Mr. President. I want to talk to you about some breaking news. It literally broke today. The January 6th committee, the Peaceful Protest Committee, subpoenas for some top Trump.
Subpoenas, Mike. Subpoena, like in the court. Okay, I'm sorry. Because of the phone, I don't have I can't have the headphones in. So, now all of a sudden Mike Pence hears subpoenas and he gets very excited, and I have to tell him it's not what he thinks it is.
I understand. Some of your top campaign associates are being subpoenaed, and I just want to go through them. I know nothing scares you. Does any of this concern you, though? I'm going to go through the names. First name is Michael Flynn.
In like Flynn, he's stuff his nails. He's a little bit crazy, hates Obama. So when it comes to Mike Flynn, no fear.
No fear.
The guy is basically the general of the QAnon army.
How about John Eastman?
A great attorney who gave me the the peaceful protest retake the presidency blueprint. Not a coup, in fact, and totally opposite of a coup.
So he was the mastermind behind the peaceful protest.
One flew over the cuckoo's breast.
Okay. How about Jason Miller?
Looks like a South Park character. Doesn't pay child support. Basically a great guy.
Angela McCallum, the only woman who is being mentioned so far.
I don't know her, but I know that she's not that attractive.
Okay. And Bernard Kerik.
Son of a prostitute. Used to work with an attorney that I don't really know named Randolph Giuliani. And, has been to jail before. So I know he's tough. I know he can take a pounding in the ass. So I don't think he's going to be afraid of going back into jail. This guy was a police commissioner and then went to jail. You think they were nice? You think they were nice to him in jail?
Definitely not. He definitely got that pounding you were speaking of, for sure.
They took him to Pound Town and they said, "Come on, Carrick, come get this care cock."
So none of this concerns you.
That's a real care package.
Yes, it is, for sure. Now, this committee, they're doing everything very slowly, and it seems very calculated, but also the impeachment was
excuse me, it's because they have nothing. If you're not a low IQ person, they have nothing. What do they have? They have some videos of peaceful protest. They have, AOC and Pelosi, pretending like, some great patriots were going to try and grab their breasts. And that's all they have, lies and videos of peaceful protests. So they have to take their time because they're trying to create a story. And now they're doing we call them stupid subpoenas. They're doing stupid subpoenas for great patriots and the woman, whoever the hell she is.
Now, if they may have not any direct dirt on you, but if any of these people they're
Well,
giving a
I'm very
subpoena
clean.
to,
Everybody knows everybody knows I'm a germaphobe, so very clean.
you deal with a lot of people, a lot of associates, and yet you have no fear of any of them turning on you. Do you make them sign something in order to do business with you so no one can turn on you?
The people I don't trust do non-disclosure agreements. Some of the people I really don't trust, we do, let's just say, stronger than normal Fred Trump traditions with female members of their families and videotape it. And that's for the Patreon people. They know it. The poor people who don't subscribe, they don't know what the hell we're talking about. And, but most people are patriots. They say, sir, we love working for you, sir. You're like the greatest, maybe even the greatest man we've ever known. Forget president. We know you're the greatest president. You might be the greatest person that's ever lived. We will not betray you. Okay, remember Jesus? He had a guy, Judas Priest, betrayed Jesus. Okay, he was a priest and he still turned on the Christian guy, Jesus. So for me not to even have somebody turn on me is, I know this isn't maybe the nicest thing to say to God. I'm better than Jesus, really.
I mean, you said that countless times on this podcast, so I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you were listening. I'm glad you were listening. So now you get to be the tech stuff guy. It's like a make a wish. Welcome to the show, tech stuff. 293. It's like Squid Game. You just show up here with a number, and then hopefully we kill you.
What do you think of Squid Game, Mr. President?
Well, so, excuse me, I'm 5 episodes in, so don't spoil it. But so far, a lot of reading. Thank God there's a lot of violence because the reading is sort of. I didn't sign up for a Korean book.
Now I watched
Korean
some
book. That almost sounds like a Korean word. Hello, I am book.
It does a little bit. I actually watched most of it with the English subtitles over it, like an old school kung fu movie. I watched it like
It's called dub. It's called
yes.
dubbing. No, I can't do the dubbing. I don't.
No.
And when you say dubbing, you look at Mike Pence. He's in here with his glow sticks. He thought you said dubstep.
Or clubbing. Yeah, well, when you have two children running around like crazy, you can't just spend your time reading the TV. But it is an interesting idea for Squid Game. If you are elected president in 2024, is there a possibility of a Squid Game in this country?
Is there a possibility? It's called a certainty. Hello, Democrats. Would you like to live? We'll get some of the big tech people. We got Twitter. All the people who kicked me off of social media, they'll have to join in. And I think it would be great ratings. I think we're talking ratings like nobody's ever seen before.
Are there any games that you've seen the first episode? So you've seen Red Light, Green Light, and I think you've seen the second one also, right? With the cookie, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what game would you add to your Squid Game? Do you have any games in mind that you would add?
I think a fun game would be pin the tail on the donkey dick.
How would that work?
We have a lot of stories, and I don't know why I have to explain one of the most basic elementary school games.
I understand, but how would you die? How would you die is the question.
Oh, well, when the donkey doesn't like you touch, if the donkey enjoys you touching its dick, it doesn't kick you right in the neck.
Okay, so you do it from behind the donkey. You have to go behind.
Oh, you gotta go behind, and you gotta be gentle with it, and you gotta So you want to have like a nice Mexican prostitute on your team who knows how to handle a donkey dick, so that would be sort of when they're picking teams, you'd want to get a nice Selma Hayek type woman who can really handle it.
I don't know why that imagery makes me crack up. Mr. President, I want to get to Sesame Street.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's a good thing you're bringing up Sesame Street because I don't know. Excuse me, I'm going to stand up for this because I'm so angry. You started with a story of a fake news story.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming after great patriots with some penises, and it's a joke. This is not what the people want when they listen to this great presidential podcast. Big Bird right now is turning Sesame Street into a hellhole. Okay,
and he's vaccinated. Around. He's being safe for Sesame Street.
No. He's trying to. When we don't have all the data, it's called data, and we don't have all of it. We have some. We respect some, but we don't have all. And he's trying to basically tell our kids, "Hello, I'm a bird. Put this needle in your arm." I think he's doing opiates. I think he's doing heroin on Sesame Street. They have people living in trash cans on Sesame Street. It's true. A total shithole. It's a shithole street. Okay?
Shithole street.
And that's why, Jared Kushner owns like 25 apartments on Sesame Street. He's a total slumlord. But I think we got to do something about Big Bird. And I've talked to my great friend, Snuffleupagus, who believes very strongly in the Second Amendment. That's why his name's Snuffleupagus, because he snuffs out a lot of people.
Okay.
And, he's not too happy about it. When you kill that many people, you're going to be sort of depressed. But he's a tough, big warrior. He's like the size of Chris Christie, but he likes to kill. And I've told him, I said, if Big Bird maybe walks down the street with one of those needles, maybe you feel threatened, Snuffleupagus. Maybe you feel a little not so safe on Sesame Street, and you have to, turn Big Bird into a strong Christian Chick-fil-A meal.
I mean I think they're doing something good. They're educating children on being vaccinated for COVID.
There's only one
Street,
podcast.
Yes.
There's only one podcast tech stuff guy who I trust medical advice from, and his name is Joe Rogan. Okay, it's not tech stuff guy number 322.
So you don't think it's good for the children to learn about this?
The kids can learn about medicine from the right people. Okay, libertarian podcasters. That's who I want them to learn proper medicine from. The guy's a giant bird. What the hell does he know about vaccination? Not a lot.
Well, I guess you're right. If you're thinking of it like a bird wouldn't have information, but Big Bird is a puppet and there's a person behind moving.
Excuse me, you're actually no puppet. You're the puppet.
It's not real, is what I'm trying to tell you. Big Bird isn't real. It's not a real bird.
Well, I support Israel. And my friend Tough BB, and I would trust Tough BB to give advice to Sesame Street. He would walk in there and go, "Hello, you puppets. I'm going to kill all of you." And then you'd see people get in line in Sesame Street because Tough BB would clean that crap up so quickly your head would spin.
You think Tough BB would open a dojo up on Sesame Street?
I will kill all the people using vaccines on Sesame Street.
That would be the Tough BB song.
The new song.
You think Oscar the Grouch is going to give Tough BB any lip? I don't think so.
No, definitely not. I could see Tough BB kicking in his trash can. So I don't.
Oh, he got a trash can lid right in the mouth.
It's true. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. What do you think about Ted Cruz having a Twitter war with Big Bird? But he was tweeting at Big Bird, and Big Bird dissed him.
Ted Cruz him and I sort of root for him and Big Bird to do a murder suicide. Like, let's get rid of both of them. Okay. Let's get rid of both of them, because who needs Ted Cruz? Who needs Big Bird? Ted Cruz. You think Big Bird would be talking shit if I was still on Twitter? No. But Ted Cruz thinks he's picking some big fight. Oh, look at me. I'm messing with a puppet. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, Ted Cruz always seems to look like a fool for whatever he does usually. So I will give you credit there. I think it's foolish to pick a fight with Big Bird.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Tech stuff. You gave me credit. Oh, look at that. I'm the president of the United States. I'm a billionaire and I get credit from tech stuff. What a day. Triple threat.
Please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/MPGA. We have bonus episodes up. We have movie reviews, special guests. All the Fred Trump traditions are on there. Starting at $5, it's patreon.com/MPGA. Also, another live episode this month for the Perfect 10 Patreon Patriots. We have a new president. Should be an interesting episode. So check that out. Plus also, the awards are coming up. It's the end of the year. The awards are coming soon, Mr. President. We have to announce nominations for that in
December, the Eppies, the second annual Jeffrey Epstein Awards, honoring the greatness in a year of powerful pod. And I tell you what, as great a year as we had last year, this year we've had some serious heavy hitters, some serious strong I mean, there's no Roy Den Hollander this year, who's just one of the great, people we've ever.
Yes,
we've ever
men's
seen.
rights, of course.
But we had radical left actors, radical left singers, strong. We had Fauci, we had Scaramucci.
We had OnlyFans.
We had OnlyFans. We had, and we'll hopefully be having only fourth wives pretty soon. And so it's been a year of, a lot of people thought with Sleepy Joe in office that, I guess making podcasts great again won't be great again. Guess what it was this year? Greater again. It was even greater. So yes, the Patreon, the bonus content every month. Nobody regrets joining it. That I can tell you. Everybody says, sir, I didn't join, and then I joined, and now I feel like my life is complete and I can't stop enjoying all the patriotism. So do it today. And by the way, one last thing before we get to the stories. These people need to start leaving reviews. We have so many listeners and they don't go. Some of them are Patreon people. We understand they don't think of doing the review because they listen on the Patreon. But to every single person who's hearing this, you got to leave 5 stars. We got to get to 2,000 5-star ratings, or else they're gonna cancel us.
I know your dream of 3K is very far away.
It's very far away, and it's if there's anything I would say was not an A+ success, it is our very weak, lazy ratings and reviews. They've been very strong with their support, but not in that area.
If you give the president one Christmas gift, let him have his KKK.
An Ivanka fleshlight. What? What were you saying?
I was saying just get the 3K, but
yeah, we want to get to 3K ratings. So you just have to steal a friend's phone, give us 5 stars, leave a review. It helps. It has us, it's what you got to do it. You got to do it.
Mr. President, have you heard about the fart heard round the world? Have you heard about this yet?
Well, I know, what's her name? Catherine Parker Bowl of Soup said something.
It's Camilla Parker Bowles and the Duchess of Cornwall. And I guess if you're going to fart in front of anyone, make it her, because who the hell is she?
Well, the name, he probably heard the cornhole and he thought, okay, the Duchess of Cornwall, I guess I'll drop a deuce right here in my very weak radical left depends.
Well, in Scotland, we were talking about this the other week, the global climate change gathering uh, between world leaders. And Biden had this woman talking to her, and all she could talk about was how long and loud his fart was. Um,
Oh, you know what? You know what? Let me tell you this right now before we get any other.
you're gonna
I
tell me you
can
have
fart.
longer and louder.
I can fart a lot longer and a lot louder than Sleepy Joe can. That I can tell you.
And
He's not even. He's not. Excuse me. He's not even close. He's not even close. Does he look like he can do stronger farts than me?
is there any way you can prove that sometime for us?
Oh, there's a little. There might have been a McDonald's milky
McNugget.
discharge there. A little froyo, a little. But as you could see, that was a lot more powerful than Sleepy Joe.
And that was powerful on command. I mean, that was you didn't have to prepare for that. It was just like
You
fart and
know,
you just farted.
excuse
I
me.
mean, that was amazing.
Excuse me. You don't eat 19 meals of McDonald's a week, every week, for decades, and not be able to fart on command. I say to my ass, I say, guess what? And it says, what, sir? And I say, you're going to fart. And then it says, yes, sir.
So
With tears, with diarrhea tears in my ass's eyes, it farts and says, thank you, sir.
it's amazing. That is amazing. I've never heard of anyone able to converse with their butthole before, but only you, Mr. President, only you. So many things that we find out about you that just amazes us every single episode. Mr. President, I wanted to get to, speaking of Sleepy Joe, the Build Back Better bill has passed. It's a $1.2 trillion infrastructure. Yours didn't get passed. And I want
Oh,
to
no,
know
I
what
said, no, excuse me. I would say we had 4 years of infrastructure week. And, you're radical left. The left loves talking about awareness. You ever hear this? We're raising awareness. Have you heard of this? Have you heard that it's breast cancer awareness? And then all of a sudden I grab some breasts and they go, no, sir, that's not okay. And I go, well, I'm being aware of the breasts and making sure they don't have cancer. But no, they don't like that. I was making awareness. Our infrastructure is disgusting. It's crumbling. Our country is falling apart. Now the radical left Democrats didn't want to give me a win. So I would say it's infrastructure week. I've built many beautiful buildings, as you know. And they would say, sir, we want to do infrastructure week, but the radical left doesn't want you to win. So everybody was aware of infrastructure because I said it. I said it more than anybody. And all of a sudden, Sleepy Joe gets in there, has no idea what infrastructure is. He has no idea what anything is. But the Democrats are giving him the win because they don't like me. So they didn't want me to win. But anybody who's not stupid or low IQ or a filthy piece of shit knows that I'm the reason we have infrastructure, not Sleepy Joe.
Mr. President, are you a fan of electric cars?
I like cars that run on American fuel, not radical left sunbeams and whatever the hell they put in rechargeable cars.
So, like, you've never driven a Tesla.
I respect Ethan Musk, but I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't know.
Elon. It's Elon, I think.
They could, I've been to a lot more countries than you. I know they pronounce things differently in places, but
Okay.
now Ed Musk is a talented guy, and he's building great things, and he's just moved to Texas, a great Trump state. So we have great respect. But I prefer that my car, to rape the earth of its resources, because Mother Nature is a very nasty woman. And so sometimes, sometimes I just watch those big oil derricks, instead of porn. I'll just watch the oil, the big oil towers,
Mm-hmm.
just the way they just
Drilling
go
oil.
in, the way they drill in and out of the earth, and I'll just sometimes just be eating McDonald's and go, yeah, take that, Mother Nature. You're not so tough now, are you? You dirty trash heap.
You,
It's
you
called
talk.
Eco Porn, and it's going to be on Netflix along with the Ivanka collection
You
coming
even
soon.
you even have turned Mother Nature to Netflix.
It's called eco-friendly porn.
It's amazing. I never thought Mother Nature would do that, but
Well,
apparently everyone has their price.
Well, no, she didn't do it willingly. It's in our snuff collection. That the joy is that our great Texas oil people are doing it, and Mother Nature is like, no, stop, and they take their BBDs, their big black derricks, and just throw it into the ground and get that oil.
Oh my gosh.
It's called Energy Dominance. That's going to be the series. The series of movies will be called Energy Dominance 9. Mother Nature gets fracked.
Wow, this Netflix is taking a whole different turn. Not anything that I expected, but I like how you're really diversifying all the videos on there, really for anyone. So
Right, if you're pro oil and also pro rape analogies, you'll enjoy the eco stuff. I like Mother Nature. I really like that. I like where we're going with this.
I think it's a great idea. And Mr. President, I know you were never a fan of Alec Baldwin. We talked about him recently for an accident happening on a movie set where he shot a woman and killed her, hurt another person. There is a new
great guy, Alec Baldwin.
there is a
makes fun of me. Everybody's okay with it, and I said, watch out. You let him get away with making fun of a great president. One day he'll just shoot a random woman on a film set, and look what happened.
So should James Austin Johnson be worried right now? That is a
Well,
new impersonator of you on SNL.
well, I saw this young man. I don't watch SNL, but I passed by and caught 85 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And, just channel surfing, just happened to catch 85 minutes. And I think he did a good job.
Wow.
I chuckled. I had a chuckle. I thought, he's not as handsome as me. Okay. Not even close. But, he was making good points and he was doing these rundowns. And I thought, this is, I don't think I sound as like there's a little bit too much of like the kind of
the gruff in the
thing,
voice. Yeah.
But I don't do it. Very smooth operator like Sade. The singer Sade.
Is it? I don't think it's pronounced that way, but okay.
Well, Sade.
It's Jade.
Well, you know what? Wyclef Jean to you too. I think that he does a little too much of the gravel, but I thought he was pretty strong, if I'm being honest. I think it's, I can laugh. I can have a laugh.
I'm shocked to hear this right now.
And I enjoyed it. I mean, let me tell you something. On top of, did I think it was perfect? No, not, it wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was solid and it was funny. And I think I was also in a good mood because when I see that Cecily Strong dressed up as Judge Janine, a drunk Judge Janine, I start to think maybe OnlyFans has some competition for wife number 4.
James Austin Johnson, would you, if you were running in 2024, since you're just a fan of this gentleman, would you maybe use him in some sort of campaign ad or some sort of live event having an impersonator with you there so you can laugh at yourself, since you just said how entertaining it was? Would you use
No,
him at
I'm not.
all?
Okay, well, I'm not a cuck. Okay, I don't know why you thought all of a sudden that. No, I thought it's a huge improvement. It's a very big improvement over the homicidal Alec Baldwin. Okay, who we always knew was homicidal and nasty. So it was a lot better than that. But no, I'm not gonna let him embarrass me during strong speeches. Okay, so I respect what he did. I think it's still a radical left show, but I thought he showed real talent, unlike
I'm shocked.
a lot of the other people we've seen doing so-called impersonations of still their president.
Well, I'm very surprised. Well, good job, James Austin Johnson. You have won over the president. We have two more stories, Mr. President. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in the news again.
But I would look
Yes.
out for James Austin Johnson because he's got the three-part name, so he's probably a serial killer. And as you know, other Trump impersonators like Alec Baldwin murder people.
Right.
So I would just warn people that yes, the guy's got talent and he's definitely better than Baldwin by a lot, but he also might murder you. So I don't think we have to still be. I don't know if that we're very safe with James Austin Powers. No, Mike, he was talking about a last name. Calm down. But we have to be careful. We have to look into him because he's got a three-part name, which is classic serial killer. And Trump impersonators tend to be murderers.
So we must look out for James Austin Johnson. Don't get too close.
You keep saying his
yes.
name. It's almost like you're trying to direct people away from this great show into the arms of like some other person who
No,
sounds
I'm
like
not.
Trump.
I'm not at all.
Well,
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's go to
excuse me.
another three-person name here.
Yeah,
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
and congratulations on your last episode.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. You're a fan of hers, right? This is the CrossFit lady that you talk about all the time.
A huge fan. Remember, I said in the next administration she could be Secretary of Pegging potentially for Mike Pence.
Right.
Very strong lady, very patriotic. If she was just a little hotter, boy, would I be intrigued because she's certainly crazy.
Yes, she was on Twitter. She still has her account, and
she sort of looks like a hot woman who died and fell into a river and the body's bloated. Like she's like the bloated corpse.
And they fished her out and she's still alive, just all bloated.
No, not alive, dead. The body looks dead. She's a bloated, dead corpse of a hot woman.
I gotcha. Now she is tweeting that she's finding common ground with the Nation of Islam over vaccine mandates.
Louis Shaka Khan.
What do you think of this? She's a Looney Tune. What do you think of this?
I think she plays to win, and I appreciate that she's willing to make sides with radical, racist, very racist Muslim blacks, if it will help our country and help me. And I think she's saying that they're not pro-vaccine mandates. And you know what? Sometimes you make friends with people you don't expect to be friends with if you have a bigger cause. Okay, so I didn't think I'd be friends with Lindsey Graham, but here we are. We're strong friends. And I think Martin Taylor Greene, sort of becoming friends with a bunch of bow tie blacks is, I think it's a strong move by her.
Okay. You don't think she was fishing there just for an association here? I mean, she would never ever side with the Nation of Islam over anything.
No. As soon as I think she would pull like a Game of Thrones move, as soon as she uses the Nation of Islam to get rid of vaccine mandates, like sending out all these scary blacks with bow ties to like.
She murders them all.
Oh, she murders them all, and then she claims Karen privilege. She goes, "I was intimidated. Look at all these." Angry racist blacks. She's playing racism chess, and I respect it. Obviously, I play Go Fish, which is an even more complicated game, but I
Yes.
respect that she's playing chess.
We have one final story, and
Russian.
it's about vaccines. Kyrie Irving, when he said he wasn't going to get vaccinated in the NBA, he was honest, right? I appreciate honesty, even though he may not. I don't think he's the smartest man in the world with thinking the Earth is flat, but he's honest. Now, Aaron Rodgers, who is a
I call him
NFL,
Forrest Dunk.
I like that.
That's my nickname for Kyrie Jenner.
It's Kyrie Irving. In the NFL, you do not have to be vaccinated, but there are COVID protocols. Aaron Rodgers, during I think it was August, during training camp, said that he was vaccinated, and recently he has gotten COVID, and it has come out that he was never vaccinated. What are your
Mike,
thoughts on
He
this?
came out that he wasn't vaccinated. Calm down.
What are your thoughts on lying about getting the vaccine?
I'm pro
Why?
because I think it's called freedom. It's called liberty. And I should be able to do it if I want to not get the vaccine. And if I want to lie about it, it's also freedom. I don't have to tell. Who are you? I don't have to tell you the truth.
I agree if that was like Jimmy Johnson. Well, not Jimmy Johnson because he's a football guy, but just, I don't know, Joe Schmo, who your neighbor is, doesn't have to be honest with you and tell you he's vaccinated if he wasn't vaccinated. That's fine. But when you're a public figure where you can put your whole
Is
team
Joe
in
Schmo
danger.
Jewish?
Yeah, I think so. If,
Okay. Joseph Schmo. Hello, Joseph. It's my neighbor.
if you lie, you can put all your teammates in danger. Plus, you're playing with a $1 billion league here, billions of dollars in this league. So you're taking money out of people's pockets. Plus, you're upsetting fans. There's a lot of things that ride on his lie. So I think if you're a public figure like that, you can't lie about it because you affect so many other people. You don't agree with that?
So you're asking me, tech stuff guy, if with billions of dollars and a lot of power and a lot of people relying on me.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have billions. He has millions, not billions.
No, but you're asking me, of all the people in the world you could be asking about, with lots of people relying on you. You do know I was president.
I do. Yes.
Probably even bigger job than quarterback.
Yes, but you were also vaccinated, allegedly.
And I lied like a dog all the time. So why the hell would I care if Aaron Rodgers lies? I lied and I had nuclear weapons. Okay.
What kind of weapons?
Nuclear.
Okay.
A lot of nukes, more than you, that I can tell you.
Okay.
And I lied. So why would I care if Aaron Rodgers? I'm more concerned about Aaron Rodgers going, he let that carnival barker comedian from rehab, plow his hot ex, and he's going for like Stephanie Woodley or whatever the hell her name is, some like plain Jane actress. So I don't trust. I'd be more, if I were his teammates, I'd be more concerned. Why is our quarterback going for like offensive lineman pussy?
I was a kicker. Okay. Yes.
Placeholder.
I got you. I don't think he should have
He's
lied.
getting long snapper poontang.
I just think if you are on a team and around other people who may or may not be vaccinated, for you to lie to them and being a part of a team, you're supposed to trust your teammates. I don't know how anyone on his team would trust him anymore after lying about this, unless he told his teammates and kept it a secret from the media. But if he didn't tell his teammates, that's just wrong.
Well, he talked to Joe Rogan, and I think that's good enough for me.
You mean Joe Rogan? We're talking about the
Who?
same person?
Who's that?
You were talking about Joe Rogan earlier in the episode.
Well, I don't remember that, so you must be making it up.
Okay. Is that a who or what?
Where?
Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us every single week. We really appreciate it. How was the speech in Virginia go last week before we spoke to you? Go well?
Well, Glenn Youngkin won. Remember we talked about it?
He
And I
did.
said
Young
it
kids won.
won.
Yes.
So I think it went pretty well. I think it went very well. We beat Macaulay Flower, and now we got the young kid just in office, and Jeff Epstein smiling down with great teeth and great Girl Scout cookies.
Well, Mr. President, just want to thank you once again for joining us, and jump on the Patreon, everyone, for all the tons of bonus content. We have patreon.com/mpga. Starts at $5. You could probably binge at least 75 episodes for $5. So hours of content for $5. Patreon.com/mpga. Also, check out my special. It is on Amazon. It is on Video on Demand, Apple, Vimeo, YouTube. It's called Something from Nothing, stand-up comedy special. Please check that out. And also, I will be at Bananas in New Jersey with Brett Ernst from Cobra Kai on Netflix on November 19th and 20th. That's in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. And December 3rd and 4th, I'll be headlining Harrisburg Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, PA. That's all the dates I have right now. More are being added. Mr. President, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hi, it's JL, guys. It's not really the president. Do me a favor. My computer is still dead, and Righteous Prick is still on hiatus, probably till Thanksgiving. But what I would love for you to do is please sign up for my newsletter, a monthly newsletter with all my show info at the bottom of my homepage at jlcovan.com. jlcomedy.com takes you there as well. Because I got a lot of shows coming up. I'm starting to add some stuff. So in December, Pittsburgh, December 9th, DC Improv, December 16th to the 19th. The aforementioned Harrisburg Comedy Zone, January 7th and 8th. January 27th, Chicago Improv. Come on, Chicago people. I hope you're still listening to this podcast right now. February 2nd, for all my Northern California fans, San Jose Improv. February 6th, Flappers in Burbank. And after that, I think I'm just going to quit comedy. So come see the farewell tour, everybody. My special is being edited and the shopping process will begin. And then my cable drama debut is at the end of February. So then I'm just going to ride off into the sunset and just call it a life. So catch me before I die. Thank you for listening, everybody. God help us all.